Ariel Helwani in Los Angeles alongside Ryan Bader, who meets Lyoto Machida this Saturday night at UFC on Fox 4. And Ryan, good to see you again. Thank you very much for the time. I heard, not so much that you called out Lyoto, but this is a fight that interests you, right? Like, you guys thought about it. You like this fight. Why?
Yeah, you know, after beating Rampage, there's a few guys that were at that level that could get me closer to my goal, which is a title shot. There's Shogun, there's Lyoto, and just got the opportunity to fight him. We said absolutely, you know, and Lyoto just fought for the title. I thought Rampage just fought for the title before that. So those guys are at the very top, and you know, beating those guys is going to put me where I want to be. So that's why I want to fight these guys.
What about the styles matchup? Obviously, you being a wrestler, you need to get in there, close the angles, get up against the guy. He's such an elusive fighter. How do you deal with that?
It's definitely a clash of styles right here. But I'm not just a wrestler. He's just not a karate guy, you know. So we have different tools, and I've been working a ton on those. And I'm not going to be able to just go in there and take Lyoto down by rushing him and trying to get through and pushing it and just kind of just overdoing it. I'm not going to make it happen. I got to set it up. I got to wait for the right opportunity, and he's going to be ready for that for sure. He's a smart guy. He was a former champion for a reason, and he's not going to let me do that. So I got to mix it all up. I got to mix my hands up with my takedowns and vice versa. So I can't just be stupid and go in there. I got to be smart in there, and I got to keep my mind sharp because he can spring at any moment on you, and when you think he's out of your distance, he's in on you too. So you got to be really sharp and be on your toes the whole time.
Did you watch that clip? They had a clip with him on Fuel TV last week on Ultimate Insider where he sort of breaks down his 5 best moves and explains how he does it. I almost felt like he was sort of tipping his hand there. Did you see that clip, and did you use that to your advantage?
I did see it, you know, but I watch a lot of film also, so I've seen those in the film. You know, those are kind of his like specialty fancy moves, but I mean, he's done them in fights and he's knocked people out with them. Randy, Thiago Silva, you know, so we know those are coming, and we train for them. We brought a certain guy in from Vegas, Hiroshi Allen, that emulates him perfectly, and was trying all that stuff. But most importantly, he watched tons of video. He trained with the Machida family a little bit. He knows. He knows what they do, and he specifically came in for me. So he was doing everything Machida does. I've seen the trips, I've seen the blitzes, I've seen the angles, the kicks, the punches, and you know, he's throwing those moves in there too. So I've seen him before, but it was cool to see that too, and kind of see some of his moves in slow-mo and how he sets them up. So yeah, it was kind of weird.
Yeah, thanks, Fuel. Right? Yeah.
Thank you, Fuel.
You know, a lot of people were wondering out loud why this fight wasn't the main event, especially due to all the changes. Stan, why you guys didn't get bumped up. Any reason, in your opinion?
I don't know. I think Shogun was fighting for in the main event beforehand. It was a 5-round contracted bout. Ours was 3, so they just kind of carried that over. That could be it, or you know, it doesn't matter to me. We're on a big stage in Fox. If people are thinking that, they're going to watch our fight anyway and tune in and excited to see what happens. So I don't necessarily need to be in the main event, or I could be the first fight of the night. You know, I'm going to go out there in the same way, and I'm going to win. Go out there to win, and to fight a guy like Machida on Fox is just amazing opportunity in itself. So it really doesn't matter to me.
You know, Dana White has said now that the guy who looks most impressive, co-main or main, will get a title shot. There are still some who don't really believe. Not saying that they're calling Dana a liar, but they think a lot can happen with John. Obviously, Dan Henderson may change those plans. Who knows if John goes up? Who knows?
Yeah.
Do you really believe that if you beat Machida on Saturday, that you could really get a title shot if you look the best of the 4 guys?
Yeah, I do believe that. If I go out there and look the best, I took out JC Brills. I took out Rampage, who just fought for the title, top 5. Took out Machida. And then, you know, I believe I would definitely earn that shot if I do it impressively, you know, and I'm that guy they pick. But a lot of things could be playing out, you know. John Jones has a fight in front of him. A lot of people are just saying, hey, the winner's going to fight John Jones or Dan Henderson, you know, they're going to fight, you know. So, I mean, that's going to be a good fight. And, yeah, there are a lot of factors. What if somebody gets hurt, all that kind of stuff. But for me right now is I'm going in there. I'm going to win. I'm going to try to win as impressive as I can. And then hopefully afterwards, I'm sitting at the press conference, a winner, and Dana looks over and says, hey, Ryan Bader's got the title shot. And then that's just icing on the cake. It's right there, you know. But right now it's in the back of my mind, but it's not. I'm not, you know, relying on that. I'm going to go out there and fight how we trained to fight, Lyoto, and to go out there and win.
It's amazing how much has happened to you and John since you last fought just a year and a half or so ago. Do you think you're a different fighter than the guy who fought him at 126?
Oh, completely. You know, not taking anything away from John. He's an amazing fighter, you know, and he whooped my ass that night, you know. And for me, after the Tito fight, I had to changed everything. I was down a little bit. We got a whole new coaching staff, got a new head coach, new boxing coach, Tom Vaughn. And the biggest thing was just handing the reins over. We all had individual coaches, a Muay Thai coach, a boxing coach, a jiu-jitsu coach, wrestling coach, that, everybody wants you to kind of fight their style. Now we have everybody working together for the fighter and what works for him, and doing everything to be, better him, not, Muay Thai guy wants to throw more kicks, or a jiu-jitsu guy wants to take it to the ground, whatever. So doing that, drilling what you're going to do, never really did much of that, and finding sparring partners that emulate your fighter. When I was sparring for John Jones, I was just sparring the guys I always spar, that are under 6 foot and all that kind of stuff. So, we changed it all up. Rampage, we got big, strong, heavy guys, hard to take down, that hit hard. Lyoto, we brought in Hiroshi. So I feel we're doing the right thing, on the right path, and I don't have to worry about not being in shape anymore or being overtrained, because we've got the blueprint down, and it showed the last couple fights.
When you see your good friend and business partner Mike Miller win the NBA championship, does that inspire you to step up your game and to keep this sort of winning streak going on?
Yeah, it all inspires me. Seeing our guys, winning the UFC and winning different shows that are out of power, it builds that team kind of unity thing, but it just kind of, you're up to the plate now. You better perform too, So it was cool to see him win, win the championship with the Heat, and hopefully we'll get a UFC belt up there one day too. So everything about the guys we're around and our business partners and our friends, when they're successful, you just want to strive to be even better. Then they're on top of you, even getting better from there, So, I love it down there. We have the right people around us right now.
How's fatherhood treating you?
It's awesome. I have a 4-month-old, and I got another one on the way too. So
already.
It was we didn't plan on it, but that's how we wanted them. So we want to have multiple kids. So it's been awesome. See him grow and do a little something different every day. Whether it's at the beginning, obviously little baby not doing much, and he's smiling, and then he's excited to see you, trying to talk. So it just breaks up the monotony of training a little bit, and it lives up to the hype, in every stereotype. So I love it. I'm in a good place in my life right now.
You guys don't waste time.
I know, right?
Very nicely done. I don't know if you know this. I have a 3-month-old,
oh, really?
and it has changed a lot as far as perspective and motivation and the way you look at things. Do you agree with that, especially when it comes to your line of work?
Absolutely. A lot of people get asked this question a lot. It's not just about providing for my family, which I want to do. It's setting a good example and showing, him when he gets older, and other kids and family, that you're trying your hardest, and you're working, and you're putting all you have into this one thing and giving it your all, and if you do that, whatever happens, it happens. You can't do anything else to it. So I just want to set that example for him and any other kids I have, and I want them to look back and obviously be proud of me and all that, but just to know that I worked my butt off. Everything that I put my mindset to, I tried 100%, and didn't give up on it, and put all my efforts into it. So that's the biggest example I want to give.
Congrats on the child. Good luck on Saturday night. Thank you very much, and we look forward to it.
Thank you very much.